From your home of the Tokyo Olympics, featuring 11 minutes of non-stop news, your Weather Authority forecast, and SWX Sports, this is KHQ Local News 11 at 11.
It's March and it's getting mad. The NCAA tournament is fast approaching. Now the men's teams are in Indianapolis, waiting in lockdown until they get their moment to shine, playing in the big dance. Good evening, I'm Claire Graham. As one of the only regions in the country with two teams playing in this tournament, we're getting an ample look at what life is like under the new changes and restrictions put in place for athletes to make this all possible. Christian Saez just got back from Indianapolis and joins us now with an insider's look at what's going on for these players and coaches. Christian?
Yes, Claire. Well, I might be home from Indianapolis, but for the players in the NCAA tournament, their time in that bubble is just getting started. So I got the chance to speak to some of those people involved in the Eastern Washington University program and get a look at what life inside the bubble is like.
Basically, we're on the inside looking out, where most people are on the outside looking in.
It's easy to feel isolated living inside the NCAA bubble in Indianapolis. No interaction with the outside world, no fresh air, just hotels and basketball. But for the Eastern Washington Eagles, that's all just part of the experience. And for Sports Information Director Dave Cook, the whole experience started with testing.
After the first round of testing, the way it works is you have to wait 12 hours before your next test. And so that was, meals were brought to us, placed outside our doors, and that was as far as we would be able to go.
After successfully testing negative not just once, but twice, the isolation didn't stop there. Although the team can now interact together as a group, they're all still housed on one floor of the hotel, monitored by security and volunteers to make sure everyone stays safe. But while that might sound intimidating, Cook says the staff does a great job making the Eagles feel right at home.
They're the nicest people in the world. I've met a few, befriended them by names even, Amy and Kathy, and there's several others, but they've just been really kind to us.
But all of this is happening right now, before any games have even started. So what about later? Well, depending on how the teams do, they could be isolated in the bubble for nearly a month. But Cook says he got a pleasant surprise today, provided by the city of Indianapolis as a way to safely get out and get some fresh air during his time in quarantine.
I found out yesterday that they open up the baseball stadium across the street. They have escorts that escort you over, and you can run there. So today I ran inside, went over there, and ran again.
For Cook, running isn't just a way to buy time during isolation. It's a part of his daily routine. Dave has successfully run 3 miles every day for the last 9.5 years. And for him, the bubble wasn't going to get in the way of that, even if it meant trading in the track for hotel hallways. But even with all the new changes to the tournament this year, they aren't all bad. Dave says some of his favorite memories so far this tournament wouldn't have happened in any other situation.
The highlight is hearing the sirens of the teams coming in, the police escorts bringing the teams in by bus. You hear those sirens, you knew a team arrived. And so 68 times probably that happened. And that's a pretty cool thing to have last, in your memory bank.
So while the tournament may look different this time around, that won't change the fact that this is still March Madness, the biggest stage, the brightest lights, the moment these players have been waiting for their entire lives. And for Eastern, that's no different.
I'm really thrilled that the team's here and they're having a great experience so far, and we get to play Kansas on Saturday.
Yeah, and like he said, they're getting to play Kansas this upcoming Saturday. And Kansas is the number 3 seed going into that game. But they do have a couple players that are out due to COVID protocol, so Eastern's not going to be getting a taste of their full lineup. But regardless, I know Eastern is chomping at the bit to get out there on Saturday, and we're excited to watch them as they go through the tournament. Right now, reporting in the newsroom, Christian Saez. Claire, back to you.